Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Enganche role in Football Manager, and let's get started with an overview of the role. The Enganche is an attacking midfield role and is only available on the support duty. Their main job is to be the creator for your squad, and will supply teammates with chances. In addition, like other attacking midfielders, they can be a threat in front of goal. Finally, they excel at linking your defensive phase to your attacking phase. The Enganche is that famous number 10 role in your formation, and all the good and bad that comes along with it. They can be the creative force for your team, but they can also be marked out of a match, which means this is a role of high variance. At some points, the Enganche will seem unstoppable, and at other points, it'll seem like you're playing down a man. Though this is not exclusive to the Enganche role, as other attacking midfield playmakers have this issue as well. But when they are able to make plays, I don't know if there's a more aesthetically pleasing role than this one. This is our team on the ball, and this is the Enganche, finding a pocket of space. He's going to get the ball, draw the defense in, and then play a ball in behind. In this one, my center back is on the ball. The Enganche is once again going to find a pocket of space, make a quick move, and then play a through ball for his teammate. And finally, you may be sensing a theme here, but the Enganche is going to find a pocket of space and then get the assist. Defensively, they'll play like other attacking midfielders, meaning they'll be an outlet for your team. Here's the opponent with the ball on the wing. This is the Enganche, who's not really marking anyone, but at least he's dropped deep to provide a defender. When the opponent's cross is headed out, the Enganche is waiting for his teammate to get him the ball so he can start a counter. In short, the Enganche is a playmaker. And in the next section, we'll talk about what separates this role from other playmakers. The Enganche is a playmaking role, which means they are a focus role. And a focus role means that players in your tactic, if all things are equal, will prioritize passing to a playmaker over another role. Let's compare the Enganche with a similar attacking midfielder, the advanced playmaker. Both of them are focus roles. Both of them will be your side's primary creator, and both of them favor passing over scoring goals. But the biggest difference between the Enganche and other playmaking roles like the advanced playmaker is that the Enganche will not track to the ball when you have possession, and those other playmakers will. This is my player on the ball, and here's the advanced playmaker. He will follow the ball all the way to the edge of the penalty box. As the play continues, he still follows the ball in the lead up to the goal. On the other hand, this is my midfielder on the ball attacking to our left. This is the Enganche. After a few passes, the ball goes out to the wing, but the Enganche does not follow the ball out there. As the ball is clear to the sideline, the Enganche stays in the attacking midfield area, waiting to receive a pass. For the advanced playmaker, the advantage of tracking with the ball is that it's easier for teammates to find them with a pass. The disadvantage is that they may move into a position where they're not a threat to create a scoring chance. With the Enganche, it's harder for teammates to pass this playmaker the ball, since the role may be in a congested area or too far away. But the advantage is that if they do get the pass, they are already a serious threat. This is the key thing about the Enganche. Because they stay in the attacking midfield area, it can be harder to get them the ball. But that's also what makes them dangerous. They're always in a position to create. That's the point of this role. They're not like other playmakers, trying to beat the opponent with pace or their dribbling skill. And they don't need to constantly have the ball to be effective. Often they only need the ball for a single moment or two to create a scoring chance. But the Enganche also has a special trick which I think is unique to the role, and that is they will do one-touch passing more often. You may have noticed that in a lot of these video clips, the Enganche does not take a lot of time on the ball. They don't dribble a lot, and because of this, they are able to execute these one-touch passes. Let's look at a few different players and a few examples to show what this type of passing is. This is Luis Alberto as an Enganche. He's going to hit a one-touch pass for the assist. Here's Florian Wirtz, and he also hits a one-touch pass for the assist. And here's Ross Barkley, using a one-touch pass to kickstart the scoring chance. So again, I think there's something with this role, maybe part of the player instruction telling him to dribble less, but the role will definitely try these passes more often, and it's an effective way to catch the opponent off guard. In the next section, we'll talk about how to use this role in a tactic. Some player roles like the central midfielder are versatile and don't need much to implement them into a tactic, but the Enganche is not like this. You want to think about the player roles and where their movement will take them, because you don't want too many crowding the attacking midfield area. For today's example, we're going to use a 4-2-3-1 with two defensive midfielders. And when I mentioned that you don't want too many roles in the attacking midfield area, this mainly concerns the striker and which player role you choose. So if you're just starting out or trying to get the Enganche to work in your tactic, try to avoid striker roles that drop deep, like the deep lying forward or the false 9, which means we need to think about what striker would pair best. We know that the Enganche likes to play in the attacking midfield area, and they like to make those quick passes. So we want a striker that's always pressuring the backline and isn't concerned with helping in the build-up phase. This is where the poacher fits in, and these two are an excellent complement for each other. This is the Enganche, and this is the poacher. The opponent's high defensive line has meant the poacher just needs a good pass to get in behind. This is where the Enganche's one-touch ability comes in. Now that we have our striker and attacking midfielder, let's look at the club we'll be using today. This is River Plate in Argentina, and here's the 4-2-3-1. The tactical instructions are simple, focused around keeping the ball a little more. The two flanks will stay wide, namely the wingback and inverted winger on the left and the winger on the right. Our defensive midfield is the iconic duo of the anchor and segundo volante. On the defensive backline, the libero will provide more support in the midfield as the segundo volante moves towards the penalty box. And the inverted fullback will cover for the libero. With this tactic, we have two things you want to use with the Enganche: movement and width. We have a center back moving into the midfield. We have a defensive midfielder moving into the final third. Two player roles are creating our width. and another player willing to cut inside. That's a lot of moving parts for the opponent to keep track of, not to mention our playmaker and our striker. However, with that much movement, especially from players in deeper positions, we're probably going to give up some goals. But I'm okay with this because we're going to try and create a lot of scoring chances and worry about defending later. Let's look at a highlight breakdown to see how all these roles work together. This is my sweeper keeper on the ball and we're attacking to our right. Here's the libero and this is the segundo volante. As we build out from the back, there's nothing too out of the ordinary. But once the segundo volante gets the return pass, he's going to take it out wide and this defender will follow him out there. The libero, who is a role that loves to bring the ball into the midfield, will exploit the space that the defender has just vacated. Now that we have the ball in the midfield, it'll show how the enganche acts as the hook between our defenders and our attackers. Our center back has brought the ball into the midfield, and the enganche will now connect it to our attacker, the inverted winger on the flank. He'll hit a one-time pass for the poacher, who has been occupying the center backs this whole time. As we watch the highlight again in full speed, pay attention to how the build-up from the back is slow, but once the enganche gets it, it's only 2 passes before we score the goal. For our player example, let's check out Luis Alberto again at Lazio. He's obviously an exceptional playmaker with his first touch, passing, flair, and vision. But I also love his anticipation and decision making. This helps with those quick one-touch passes. For player traits, some good ones are tries killer balls often, likes to switch ball to other flank, or the rare one, does not move into channels. Some not so good ones would be plays short simple passes, moves into channels, and gets forward whenever possible. As we wrap up the video, a friendly reminder that I now have a Patreon account if you would like to support the channel, and on that page is a free link to our Discord server where we're talking about Football Manager. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.